Okay, so first of all, I need to put a disclaimer first because I'm not an artist and I don't know anything about rigging. So this is not a tutorial or anything. It's just my experience and what I've done and what I, I was about to say what I've been through, but it's not like it's a traumatic experience. So I made a VTuber model of myself, which is kind of weird in the VTuber community. Not many people do VTuber models of themselves, but I was I was thinking about it, and I really wanted to try to make a VTuber model without any experience on drawing or rigging. So I thought about a lot of ideas, but in the end, it's easier for me to draw myself rather than something more complicated. Also, I might already shown this anywhere on the screen, but I made a pixel art VTuber model, and pixel art is not really common in the VTuber community, even though I think it's an untapped market that a lot of people could create models and stuff, but that's just my opinion, I guess. I made the pixel art VTuber model because I don't really know how to draw to the point where I I mean I can draw stuff, but it's really awful. But I've done pixel art occasionally on my free time whenever I wanted to, so I had a lot more experience with that. The program I used for pixel art is called Sprite. I think it's called like that. It's pronounced Sprite, right? It's Sprite. It's a very good program, and I really recommend it if you want to try pixel art or if you usually draw pixel art, because as far as I know, it's a pretty good program in general. So check it out if you want. I'm not really sponsored or anything. I mean, look at my subscriber count. But the first thing I did was take a picture reference of myself and I put it on a sprite and not traced, but drawn the outline of my body and my t-shirt and everything. And then from there, I drew the placeholder for the t-shirt and I drew basically my face and my arms and everything. And then I separated things on layers and I put more detail on the eyebrows and the eyes and especially the hair. The hair, I took quite some time to draw the hair because I'd never done that before. Then I checked out Live 2D. At first, I had no idea how to use it, and I had to redo a lot of stuff. I had to overlap things on top of each other because if you keep it separated, it keeps like a weird outline, which I may be able to show you, but if not, just trust me. As I was more experienced with Live 2D and rigging, I had to redraw a lot of stuff. Um, just because, I mean, for several reasons, but mainly because I thought I could do it better. Like the mouth, for example, was just a black line, but I ended up doing it separated and everything like that. I had to separate a lot of layers. Like I thought the layers I did on the beginning were more than enough, and I realized that they weren't. So I had to go back and forth all the time to separate things on more and more layers. Like for example, the mouth, the upper lip is one layer, the lower lip it's another layer, and the inside of the mouth is another different layer. which I could separate more, but I wanted also to keep it simple. You can also do this yourself, by the way. You don't really need to pay for Live 2D. The first time you install the program, you have 45 days free. It's like a free trial, but you don't need to pay a subscription or anything like that. It's just as soon as you install it, you have 45 days. And then once those 45 days are over, you can do stuff, but you cannot save it. You just need to subscribe to save your stuff and things like that. But in 45 days, if you at least know how to draw, you can do a pretty decent rigging all by yourself just in that time. So you can try it yourself as well. Also, I'm reading this from my phone because I don't remember from memory, but I did the Live to the official tutorials, which are pretty good at teaching you the basic stuff. And then I watched YouTube tutorials from Yume, Bugbugh, and Yume Kuzukawa. All of them have great tutorials on Live 2D and rigging and stuff like that. And especially for the mouth reference, I use the KoziiChu template. I don't know how to call it, reference. I use the KoziiChu reference that she put on her Twitter. She also has tutorials on stuff, which I also recommend, but I used the mouth reference, which was really, really helpful as I wanted to make my mouth movements better, and I had no idea how even start doing that. So it's really, really good and really, really helpful. I recommend all of them. I'll have them in the description and stuff, so check them out. I also, in the end, wanted to keep the rigging pretty simple because I don't know, I feel it's a little bit weird when you see pixel art with too much movement. Not too much movement, but movement that it's a little bit too fluid and a little bit too expressive. I don't know how to express it, but yeah, I wanted to keep things simple because A, I have no idea what I was doing, and B, I generally think that pixel art stuff should be kept a little bit simpler. It gives it a better feeling, in my opinion. Then the last part was exporting the rig from Live 2D to VTuber Studio, which is easy and simple. VTuber Studio is a very widely used program. I am pretty sure everybody knows about it, at least in the VTuber community. But still, I had some troubles, like my eyebrows weren't moving independently and things like that. So you have to fine tune your avatar to yourself, and also depending on what you use, because hear me out, you can do different stuff on VTuber Studio depending on what you use, whether it's a webcam, Android phone, or iOS phone. So, for example, things like sticking out your tongue, you can only do it on phone, apparently. If you have a decent enough camera, puffing up your cheeks, you can only do it on iOS and things like that. And I finally had to just simply test it out on OBS to see if everything works correctly and things like that, because you can use VTube Studio on OBS on different ways. You can use it as a virtual camera, which is the option that I ended up using, or you can capture the screen, or you can capture the game. It just depends on what's better for you and things like that. So now that I said all I had to say, some people might be asking if I'm gonna use my VTuber model. Those people might not exist, but I'm just guessing that at least one person will be asking that question, and the answer is yes, maybe. I mean, I will use it, but I don't want to use it all the time. Mainly because I like doing this stuff. So I will probably use it on streams and especially for gaming and such, but I won't use it all the time. I like doing stuff like that, and I have a lot of things planned to do IRL, at least for now. If people like it, I might use it more, but who knows? I'm nobody right now. So to finish, just thank you for watching, and if you like it, please subscribe. I don't really like doing this, but I'd really like to know if people like this kind of, of stuff or not. So if you could just subscribe, it would be I would appreciate it a lot. That being said, VStream is a thing, and I made an account, but I never streamed. Should I use VStream? Should I use Twitch? I'm not sure. So let me know. And that's pretty much it. Just thank you for watching, and subscribe if you want, and follow me on VStream. Tell me what you think about all of this, and if I should debut or not, because I don't really like debuts and stuff. So I probably won't debut, but it's not completely off the table. So that's it, and thank you for watching. Bye.